3 tips on time management. Number 1, this what I call as busyness. Busyness is an epidemic almost today. It's you talk to anybody and they will say, oh, I've been so busy, I just don't have time, I don't have time to have lunch, I work so hard, by the time I come home I'm like ready to drop dead. Busyness to me is a mindset, a mental mindset, and driven by 2 things. One, you may not be aware, but being busy seems to become the new status symbol. Okay, so you have to, if somebody asks you, how are you, what's happening? Oh, I've been very busy, I've been so busy. It's the new status symbol, okay, saying that you're busy. You don't realize how much wrong messaging you're sending yourself, that you don't have time, that you are stretched, that your body reacts that way. The body then builds stress to cope with this busyness, which is an illusion. The second reason why people continuously say why they are busy is also, I believe, an underlying insecurity. So in today's world, if you are not busy, people feel that you are vulnerable now. Okay, people, your leaders will look at you and think that you are probably not doing work, or you're underloaded. Okay, so status symbol, and interestingly also a cover for insecurity. Okay, but what it does is a lot of harm. You keep saying this to yourself, and it builds so much harm in your body and your way you look at work. This is also perpetuated by leaders and managers who look at people who work late hours, or who work on weekends. The last mail came at 1 a.m. in the night. When people look at all that and think, oh, this guy is very hardworking, I would ask you to change the paradigm. People who work like this probably are either ineffective during the normal working hours. Okay, they spend a lot of time with coffee breaks and other stuff, or you have really overloaded them. So look at capacity planning. But the fact is that it's not a virtue. If you see people who are continuously working late or on weekend, that it's a sign of something being wrong. Okay, so keep an eye, change the paradigm. Okay, if you are able to say that, look, I'm able to leave office in time, okay, I get all my work done, that is the superpower. Not saying that I work till very late in the night. I know in today's world where work from home is happening, where remote working is there, it's very easy to stretch your working, because calls happen at very late hours. Those commute times to office and back is also now compromised, because that was some time you could relax, but now that is also in meetings, etc. But having said all that, remember one thing, that work has this tendency to expand to fill the available time. So if you give it 18 hours, the same work will expand and fill up that 18 hours. If you give it 8 hours, the same work will compress to be completed in that 8 hours. It's a mindset thing. If your mindset is that you want to feel busy, and then it becomes busy and it's very harmful to you. You just need to organize yourself. Okay, which brings me to the second point, which is that you need to write down the tasks that you need to do and review them either once a week, which is on a Sunday night, or on the Monday morning for the week, or review it every day morning. And when you look at the tasks, shortlist 2 or 3 which are must do's in that day. Remember, you cannot do everything. Okay, if you think you can complete everything and with good quality, then you're fooling yourself. Pick up 2 or 3 tasks that you must finish by the evening today, and just focus on that. Go after that. There are many tools to do this. Okay, to do the identification of which one to go after, and you can just Google and find there is this Pareto with 80-20 rule, or you have this traditional important on the x-axis and urgent on the y-axis, and you focus on important and the urgent first and then the others. Okay, but you have to devise a method to break this whole list of tasks that you have into what needs to definitely get accomplished by the evening today or by this weekend. Yeah, and the ones which are not important, not urgent, but they're part of your task, figure out a way to delegate if you can, and give it away and not do it. Okay, and these are simple things. For example, email. Like I said, work fills up the available time. You can spend the whole day doing email and feel like you did a lot of work. That's not work. Okay, so the best way to do is to fix up an hour in the morning and hour in the evening, maybe, for you to just spend time on looking at the mail. And don't look at the mail the whole day, and do other stuff, do real work. Mail is not communication, and responding is not real work, or it's part of the work. Don't give it the entire 8 hours. So look at those kind of things. What needs your attention? The solution is not working 12 hours. Solution is working 8 hours but doing smartly. Okay. And the third point, and in my mind the most ignored action or a task for you in the day, in my mind, is your me time. There has to be time blocked for you to do nothing. Just nothing. It's okay if you're sitting there bored and nothing to do. There is you just blocked it. Okay, I used to call it earlier that meeting with Joe. Okay, definitely have it for 2 hours in a week, in maybe Fridays. Okay, or smaller periods of time like half an hour in a day. And this Joe is nobody but yourself. So you meet yourself. Okay, and in that time is your me time, where you think, you ideate, you think of new ways of doing stuff, new ideas to improve stuff at office, at work, at your job, at your task. The whole idea of work should be not how long you work, but how you're focused on outcome and results. Okay, so this time, this your me time with Joe has to be the time where you, even if you're bored, it doesn't matter, it just brings ideas to you. Look at things which you wanted. Otherwise, I've seen people say, oh, I work the whole day, but they don't spend time on what I call as progress activities. They spend all the time on routine activities. So, summarizing these 3 things, okay? 1, please, busyness is not a status symbol, and it's not don't make it a cover for any insecurity. Okay, stop saying you're busy. When you keep saying you're busy, it sends a wrong signal to your body, and it harms your health and mental peace. Number 2, use some tools to prioritize your tasks for the day. Pick up 2 or 3 things that you must accomplish in the day, and go and do it. Spend your time on that. And lastly, keep time in your calendar for spending with yourself, for ideating progress activities, thinking on progress activities. Hope this helps. Thank you, and till the next week, stay unstoppable.